Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, October the 19th. We are coming at you with Stage 1. Basically, if you drop the tanks down on the, southeast, there's a flamethrower that can't even reach your tanks. And then you can pull up at 6 o'clock on the HQ and take it down. You'll only have a rocket launcher shooting at you, which should not be a problem. You can just throw some heals down on your tanks, or try taking it out. Just watch out because it has a few extra hit points. It's not a level 1. Alright, so land your tanks where I landed my critters, and let your tanks take the path that my critters are currently on. I'm just flaring them up there to kind of get them into place and hurry them along. But as you can see from the critters, they'll kind of bomb through here and fast forward and get to where we gotta go, take out the things. Now the good news is, if you don't have the critters stealing all the crates, you don't even need this flare to pull your tanks up into the top right hand corner. They should naturally follow the crates that are going around the outside. Around the outside, no, that's something different. So yeah, they'll follow those crates and end up on the HQ, no problem. Alright, minefield, blow it up with artillery. If you got critters, you can too, but if you got critters, you're probably not having problems with stage 3, so, you know. Once you've killed all three, whopping 3 defenses, flare it into the bottom right-hand corner, and from there, you're going to be able to take out the HQ. You'll have a rocket launcher shooting at you, but, like, who cares? Actually, it looks like the rocket launcher doesn't even fire once you're in this bottom corner. All you gotta do is make sure if you drift too close to that boom cannon, you throw a shock down on it so that your troops can get by unmolested. Alright, stage 4. Landing in the bottom corner and then doing a little smoky tank? Smoky T-med? Technically, I guess it would be just smoky tanks, because I don't even have medics for this attack. And then throw the stun as your smoke goes away onto the sniper tower and the boom cannon, of course, and you'll get the mortar just because, why not? And then head right up the right-hand side. Now, there is a shock launcher right there that's gonna need, I think it's around 14,000 hit points, so it is definitely gonna need some love. You're gonna have to throw some pain its way, but once you do that, you can flare everything right up into that top corner, and even though there's 2 sniper towers sitting right here next to the HQ, from this top corner, your tanks can shoot at it, and they'll kind of work their way down, clear the area, and from this vantage point, it is 100% safe. There's nothing that's going to hurt them. I'm just kind of clearing out the cannon because I wanted to drop the critters. And the critters are coming again, you know. Critters, nah. Anyways, so, you know, do your thing on stage 4. The hit points are getting a little more, but they're not too crazy. Worst case scenario, save yourself a boat of Zookas. Once you've cleared that path up the right-hand side, you can run the Zookas right up, unmolested, take down the HQ, and then laugh and possibly spit in Dr. T's face. If that's your thing. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I'm not a big fan of the spitting, but, you know, Dr. T kind of deserves it. So, alright. Go, obviously, left-hand side, and I am rocking the Grenk this time, so we got the tanks, and the Grens, and the medics, 3 boats, 1 of each, and just let them go up the left-hand side. They'll follow those crates around, and eventually come cutting into the defenses at, you know, a 90-degree angle almost. Hopefully you'll be able to burn through the boom cannon while, you know, it's still shocked. But if not, throw a couple shocks. There isn't a lot of use for GBE on this attack. So, especially if you're rocking the Cranks, because there are some mines, but, like, you know, not that big a deal. You're mostly going to be staying either, like, north and west of it, I guess it would be. So you don't have to worry about it. And if you are rocking the Grenk, well then, like, your grenades are gonna clear out all the mines. Don't even worry. So once you're on the top, just keep going. If you want, throw out some stuns to make life easy. Just kind of do your thing. and eventually you're going to end up with a win. A very easy 5 today. So if you're even if you're rocking just T-Med instead of Grenk, like one barrage, sorry, in that mine area will just clear out all the mines. It'll hurt a bunch of the buildings as well, which is kind of nice. It's almost like having the Grenks. Just like a little bit of damage to everything and no mines. That's pretty much what the Grenadiers are, like a permanent barrage. It's fantastic. All right. So yeah, throw the barrage around that area, clear things up. You'll be able to cut across the top with no real problems. And then if you're like me and you just have a buttload of GBE left, you can toss it down on the mortars and rocket launchers over there, and eventually have them on the HQ. Just in time for the Grens to blow them up. Yeah, I know. I still love it. I can't stop myself. I'm sorry. Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna have to get the beard trimmed here. It's getting a little fluffy. It's starting to infect my mouth. I'm getting hairy face mouth. Anyways, stage 6, landing all on the right hand side. You could actually almost do this with just Gren Medic. And actually a good portion of the attack, I was just like, yeah, let's rock the Gren Medic, why not? As you can see, the only thing that's even making contact is that sniper tower right there. So while my Grens kind of chill here, taking out all the things, and when I say all of the things, I mean like literally all of the things. Anything they can get range on, it's ridiculous. And all the mines go, I love it, it's so much fun. But yeah, while the Grens are here kind of clearing things out, take out the shock launcher, and there is also a boom cannon. Take out the boom cannon too, because well, there's no need for that thing to be standing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, I made the mistake of flaring the Grens over long in advance of the tanks. If you are doing Grenks, you're probably going to want to have the tanks ready to go and kind of catching up a little sooner. As you can see, things start getting a little hairy up here with various rocket launchers and stuff. I had to drop the tanks out as a precautionary measure, I guess. I don't know. And then flare everything back so that I could take out the mines. But in the grand scheme of things, honestly, whether you land the tanks or not, like the Grens could have finished this up. It's just so much easier with the tanks. They're a little bit safer, and I didn't want to lose any of my guys before I hit stage 7. So you know how it is. And the other nice thing is, really nice, easy level once you get the full effect of the Grenk going after that HQ. There is a shock launcher. You can probably make do and just leave it and be alright if you're doing, like, say, T-Med, but I would strongly suggest throw in some barrage and artillery. Don't actually go over there with troops, because the 2 boom cannons will activate and do horrible, horrible things, and ain't nobody got time for that either. But if you're over here on the right, as you can see, just kind of tossing bombs, eventually the thing's going to go down. I think I get it down with like a minute to spare, so a minute plus. There you go. Definitely no problem with time. Let's move on to 7. Now 7, not the same. Very easy 7, actually. Very, very easy 7. However, mountains of hit points. Mountains and mountains of hit points. So time kind of is a factor for this one, which is funny because, you know, last level, not so much. So what I did is I started my tanks on their way. I threw them. I let them get almost halfway to the flare in the top corner, and then I dropped the Grens and the medics. Excuse me, because by the time my tanks slowly get up there, the Grens and medics are already catching up and just kind of joining in the fun jamboree, which is perfect timing. And then from there, they'll start slowly moving out and going after the various mortars, I guess, that are in the way, which is kind of nice. See, Indy agrees. The mortars are kind of nice to go down. And then also, as they're working on the mortars, the Grens are going to be ruining the rocket launchers, and more importantly, that silly cannon back there. Also, really, I guess, technically the sniper tower, but a little less so because more of the damage is kind of along the top there. But by the time the tanks get in, that cannon has very few hit points left, which is absolutely perfect because that's kind of where you want it. And I would suggest taking out the sniper tower that I just kind of dipped down, but make sure you watch out for the boom cannon just to the south of that, because if you drift too far south, that boom cannon's going to come after you and bad things are going to happen. But if you take out the sniper tower at the bottom, you don't have to worry about like your medics getting caught up. As you can see, my medics are kind of hanging a little to the south, and unfortunately, if you don't take out that sniper tower, it'll start picking away at your medics, and then your medics spend all of the time healing each other, and nothing else gets healed, and you know how it goes. Anyways, once you clear a little bit of space down, I guess, to the 3 o'clock of the HQ, go back up into the corner and just keep coming down from that top corner. It'll take out the sniper towers and machine guns and all the things that are going to do bad stuff to your troops while they sit there and slowly work down the 500,000 plus hit points that the HQ has. Because, yes, of course, Stage 7 has like 500,000 hit points, which is just, by goodness. Also, watch out for the shock launcher to the south there. If you stick a little further to the, I guess, west, like the northwest ledge, it keeps the shock launcher from really getting in the way and doing anything horrible. Or even if you've got the T-Med and you're at max distance, as you can see, you're out of range of that shock launcher. You don't have to worry about it. If you have the Grenks, obviously they are going to pelt everything and its cousin behind the HQ. Unfortunately, I started to get worried about that clock, because if you look right there, it starts getting pretty low and there's still a bunch of hit points. So in a just to make sure sort of aspect, I pulled my troops forward and I actually barraged one of my own Grens like a pro. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this has been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys don't barrage your own Grens. Also, have a great day.